What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while since my last video, but I still have the iPhone Air and the 17 series, but I just really wanted to focus on the iPhone Air for the most part, just to see if I truly like this device or if it's just a facade. That's not the right word that I'm thinking of, but in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the iPhone 17. This is the phone that I have claimed to be the best iPhone that Apple has probably made given the price point. So without further ado, a word from our sponsor. Nobody. So, as you guys know, we got to give credit where credit is due, and this is made in China. All right, going to cut the pull tabs off. Now, this is the white iPhone 17. They do have different colors. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I definitely know black is there. Lavender, green, and I'm forgetting another one. But first impressions is it's not as heavy as the iPhone 17 Pro for obvious reasons. There's no big camera bump with a ridge up here. It's the iPhone that I think a lot of people love. And let's just give it a quick smell test. It smells like the clouds. So getting this device powered on now, I'm just gonna do a quick around the device real quick. So on the left-hand side here, you can see we have the power button and we have the camera control button. On the bottom here, we have that good old USB-C. Can you guys even see that? Is it blurry? No, you guys can see that. Left-hand side, we have the volume buttons, and then we have the action button as well. Where is the 5G antenna? Apple, where is it? So I did check Apple's website and the 5G millimeter is here, but I guess they just really made it hidden because I have no idea where that clear band would be. Maybe it's just, this whole back piece. I don't know. Anyway, we are in the device. Whoa, this always happens to me. Can I please get English? All right, anyway. So gonna get this device set up as usual, and then we can get into my actual first impressions and thoughts. So here we are in the iPhone 17, and you guys know this is iOS. If you have a device that can update to iOS 26, chances are it's gonna look like this. But the main thing with the iPhone 17 this time around is that the display is significantly better. From the non-Pro models all these years, we haven't gotten Pro Motion. The display hasn't gotten nearly as bright, but what we have loved from like the 13 Pro onward is now on the non-Pro series on the 17 for $799, which actually makes it a pretty compelling smartphone in this category. But overall, let's get into the regular smartphone stuff. I'll save that for the end of the video. So let's go ahead, hop over to YouTube and just check out what the display looks like. All right, so going through our usual first impressions, I have this 4K HDR video here in 60 FPS. And just gonna show you guys, what the display is, but you guys already know what I'm gonna say about OLED, so show you guys what this looks like so far. That is a lot of green. Go ahead and skip to a different part of the video. I don't even think the brightness is already cranked all the way up. Yeah, that's half brightness, by the way. Look at that blue, jeez. Oh, this is a nice place to stop. What I want to talk about specifically for the iPhone is if you've always been like a non-Pro user, like you haven't gotten the 13 Pro, 14 Pro, 15 Pro, 16 Pro, the 16 Pro display finally makes its way over to the 17. And I'm telling you, Pro Motion's great, but you also have access to the always on display as well. And the brightness can also get significantly lower because I believe iPhones have always had the XDR display on the non-Pro iPhones, but you guys haven't had like the full capabilities of what the XDR display can do. So like I said before, you have the Pro Motion, which animations are going to look fantastic. You also have the brighter display, which is going to make it a lot easier to use outdoor in direct sunlight. And also when you're wearing sunglasses outside. And finally, you have the always on display and it can get significantly lower. So it's not going to hurt your eyes as much at night. So very happy that we have this on here on the non-Pro models. But other than that, it's the iPhone display. It looks amazing. It's an OLED screen. There's only so much we can do with OLED. It's not tandem OLED, unfortunately. I think that stuff's only reserved on the iPad Pros, which got revealed today that M5 is coming with the iPad Pro. But other than that, I mean, this is a gorgeous display, no real complaints. So let's go ahead and test out the speakers. So I was making some strange faces during listening to some of the music. It's because I've been on the iPhone Air for a while and I forgot what speakers sound like in an iPhone. And honestly, the 17 sounds better than my 17 Pro. Like I feel like it has a bit more bass in it. I know there's always the argument that a lot of people don't listen to videos or just things in general from the speakers themselves, but I'm a person that does. And to be honest, this is a pretty good listening experience with what we have at $800 base price. So I'm completely happy with this. I think a lot of people are. There's no distortion with the top speaker here, which I have noticed with the iPhone Air and the 17 Pro that it started to crackle, but full volume here, even all the way down to 80%, no crackling, very clear. Don't know why that's happening on a cheaper device, but hey, like I said before, this is the best value iPhone that Apple has ever made. Now, a test that I don't normally do is, let me just play a random game. So, found this on the arcade store. I think it's called What the Car. Bless you. Don't really know what to expect, but hey, let's just see what it is. All right, so the iPhone can game. Don't expect to play like Battlefield 6 or anything on here, but if you do have Steam Link, put Steam Link on here, bada boom, bada bing, you can play Battlefield 6. And you can also preserve your battery life. There is no vapor chamber cooling. I don't believe it's using the newer chips as well, like the C1, for the connectivity purposes. But overall, guys, I mean, if you're buying this phone, you're really getting it for just I can't say stock Apple experience. You're just getting the most value you can to get the Apple experience. I completely forgot to talk about the camera as well. So with the camera, you gotta switch this to 16:9. So one thing with the iPhone 17 camera is it does have like the, as you can see here, the landscape, even though it is in horizontal, and you can do portrait mode as well. As usual, that's nothing crazy. So just gonna take a quick photo here. This is the portrait photo. I don't know if it's still processing, but yeah. Don't know what's going on with Apple lately. I feel like oh, there it goes. It kicked in at the last second. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah. Take back what I said. Is that the... No, this has been in the video the whole time. Oh, well, you guys, it doesn't matter. But yeah, iPhone camera. I do like how you can do landscape. I know a lot of people like just doing the regular horizontal photos, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this photo here. Didn't have the greatest experience with the iPhone Air or the 17 Pro. Could have just been a bad photo. But overall, really happy with what I see here. And this is portrait, so the regular one. This is me testing the front-facing camera on the iPhone 17. You guys let me know how it looks and sounds. I don't know if Apple put out an update. I don't think I'm on iOS 26.0.1. I think I'm still on the stock 26. I don't know if they made any updates to the camera, but from the preview itself, it looks fine. But the back camera, trust me, video quality on the iPhone is just, I don't want to say it's a league of its own. Android's definitely like up there, but Apple just has like that thing on there. But yeah, this is the front-facing camera. You guys let me know how it looks and sounds, and I'll switch over to the back camera. All right, so now I'm recording with the back camera on the iPhone 17. You guys let me know how it looks and sounds. Once again, the back camera should be a stronger, there should be more detail, a little bit more richness, more contrast in the colors. But overall, it's an iPhone camera. You're not going to be disappointed by any means. But I do think the biggest selling point of the iPhone 17 this year is the front-facing camera. Having that center stage square camera really just gives you more flexibility on what you can do. But yeah, guys, let me know how it looks and sounds. So that pretty much wraps up my first impressions on the iPhone 17. $799, we are getting a fantastic value, probably one of the best values we've gotten from an iPhone in quite some time. Once again, the best way that I would describe the iPhone 17 is just imagine the iPhone 16 Pro from last year, just with less cameras. You don't have the telephoto. You're not getting, the best battery life in comparison to the Pro models, but you are getting a very capable chip, a very capable phone as well, and you're getting all like the Apple Intelligence features. In a price point for $799, you're getting 256 gigabytes of storage starting off. And I think for a lot of people, if you don't care about like the LiDAR scanner, you don't care about the third camera, you don't care about, I guess a lot of the function that comes with the Pro, then I would steer a lot of people to the iPhone 17. And I would actually still recommend this over the 16 Pro because I just feel like the 17 gives you more in longevity purposes. I understand you're not getting that third camera, but once again, if you don't really use it, it's not that big of a value for most people. The one thing that I do think people should be aware of, if you do a lot of video creation and you do a lot of transferring through the wire, this uses USB-C 2, but the Pro models use USB 3.1, 3.2. It's on some 3 standards, so the transfer speeds are significantly higher, but I think it's pretty much null and void if you are, transferred to an iPhone or an Apple product because you can just AirDrop, which I think is just as fast. But other than that, man, I'm telling you, for a lot of people, my go-to phone to recommend to people if they want to get into the iPhone is the 17. The color that I forgot was the Cool Mist. It's blue. I think I'm gonna love daily driving this when I do get my SIM card in here. I'm just going to use the iPhone Air for a wee bit more. I don't know what accent that is, but yeah, once I'm done fully using this and get my final thoughts on the Air, I'll transition over to the Pro Max and then the iPhone 17. But from an iPhone experience perspective, I would say that most people are getting the iPhone experience from the 17 all the way up to the 17 Pro. Like whatever the 17 Pro is doing in terms of like functionality wise, you're pretty much getting it here in the iPhone 17. You really only get the Pro models if you're like really into like videography and cameras and stuff like that. If you aren't really big into that, I'd say the 17 is still capable and is going to check a lot of boxes for what people want at a good price point. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up there. I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. Hopefully this doesn't fall as I let go. And as always, guys, much love. Yeah, this is actually gonna go at the beginning of the bloopers. I watched the Demon Slayer movie, and I'm telling you guys, I walked away kind of disappointed. Entertainment District, I think, was significantly better. Like, amazing. I also watched the Tron movie, very disappointed. Why are we not in the digital? Why is like 90% of the movie in real life? And then just terrible writing. Ugh. Jujutsu Kaisen, please save us, calling games. Oh, by the way, NA, good job, 100 Thieves, for taking down LPL, #1 seed. BLG, come back. I want to see you.